Ahaha, let's talk Decentralandish again. Guys, I'm not going to focus on the secondary market. I'm not going to focus on wearables. I'm not going to focus on any economics. I'm just going to walk through the designs that we have in the most recent release of wearables during the Christmas events, and just want to look at the designs just from a creative point of view. I'm not going to talk price or supply or anything like that, although it is an interesting topic and it has its space, but not for this particular video. Let's go. So in front of you we have a very interesting set of winter wearables. We have the Bitcoin sweater in red, and then we have Decentraland and Ethereum sweaters in blue and orange. And what's interesting that they have a corresponding jacket in similar colors. So I would then say that the blue winter jacket is the Ethereum jacket, the orange is the Decentraland jacket, and then the red one is the Bitcoin jacket. While it doesn't say so on the actual cards, it would suggest that if those guys are from the same event, there is some sort of color coding involved. And also a little bit the odd one out is the Dogecoin t-shirt. I think it might actually become quite an interesting item because people do relate to this Dogecoin story. So maybe this is going to be, the item to own. I in particular really like these red jackets and these yellow jackets. I think they are very plain. I think they will be attractive to a large variety of people because they do not have something very particular. They're just plain good looking in game, and they make the character look stronger, bigger. And I think these are just evergreen items that are going to appreciate in value. But as I said, we're not going to talk market here today. And from the sweaters, my favorite one is the Bitcoin because it kind of reminds me of the Bitcoin glasses. And I do own some of those because I really like those. And yeah, I mean, it's a matter of taste in the end of the day. I like to buy stuff that is either very unique or, kind of bright in color, but also something that is important, like a top item for the body, I believe is just much more important and has much more potential to be in demand if it's, compared to, let's say, pants or shoes. Well, I think the size of the item does matter in terms of how much attention it will receive. So I think these sweaters and these jackets are definitely items that are worth looking into. Let's move on, however. We have a lot of interesting stories to cover here. So the actual Christmas items, I think almost everyone who participated received the two items on the left. I think this is a fantastic gift. I mean, this is an actual real full suit for your character. Uh, and what I really like about it's a huge item. I mean, it's really nice to have one just for, for your collection. And then you have this hat, which I do really like because it doesn't change your hair. So when I put this item on my special hair wearable, it doesn't reset it to a default hairstyle. It keeps my current hair. And so I think this is the only head item that has this feature where you do get to keep your custom hair. I think this is really important. Right now, almost every head wearable messes up my hair, and just something I do not really like. But with this hat, it's different. Now, the one issue that I have with these two items is that they have taken the white color and have made it a little bit yellow. It makes it stand out in the snow background. So it was, I think, really important to create that distinction. But the problem is it does look a little yellowish and a little bit dirty when you put it on. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but there may have been another solution for that. But nevertheless, I think this particular hat is really good because of the hair solution, and this one is just a classic, big, amazing, interesting, just a weird suit to have. Now, these two items I'm not very familiar with. They didn't drop for me. So it's a mask. These are mythics, so they will definitely be interesting to some people. Now, mythics for the face are quite particular. Wearing a mask. I would love to see these two items on actual characters. I haven't seen them, but I might change my opinion once I see them on a character. For the time being, you know, if I had to pick one, I will probably pick this one here, because I think you can repurpose that beard and the glasses to kind of play a character that is a little bit more mature, like a wise old man kind of character. I think you can put together something really nice. Yeah, but again, these are Christmas items as well. Let's move on to the next slide. Now, this topic is quite interesting, and I did post something on Discord. I have a certain I'm not sure about this item. It's a really strange set of items here. First of all, they look amazing in world, right? The quality of the designs in world is actually extraordinary. They're nice. They have a nice black, a shiny, high quality black. But the thing is, outside of the game, outside Decentraland, these items on the secondary marketplaces, they they have some mistakes here on the edges, like dark little spots, especially on the head here at the bottom, and they're kind of zoomed in too strongly, so they are much larger than what we are used to. Like for comparison, I've pasted some of the original launch items from Decentraland, and if you compare this sweater and this one here, um, I don't know. I really like this type of design. It looks a little bit more vintage, a little bit more gamey, and a little bit more just cleaner. For some reason, I feel better about these items here. I don't know if this is just something I got stuck on, but if I specifically look at the t-shirt, I would much rather have this type of design. Anyways, this is probably not that important. But what's interesting is that we do have a blue and a white set. I am not sure how these got distributed to people during the event, because I was for quite some time at the event and I had to buy these on the secondary market. So I wish I would have gotten some more of those, but in the end of the day, right now the market price for these is quite low. I think it has probably something to do with people just dumping these items because they are not planning on staying in Decentraland and they just wanted to farm the event. But again, we didn't want to talk prices. So let's just move on to the next slide. So here is the Kraken launch items that we've received after the Christmas events on the last day. It was an amazing event with Kraken, and they have two series that they have released. So we have these head items, which are very particular and kind of represent the Kraken logo, I believe. So we do have the three rarity types ending up with the mythic here. I think this one actually looks pretty cool. I would have to see it, how it looks on the character to make some sort of judgment on that. I think this one is going to look really nice though. I do have this one here because I received it through my efforts. And, you know, I think for a female character, this could be a really nice item to have if you combine it with the dress, but it does look very, you know, very female. It looks like a hairstyle more than a crown. I wonder how these two items looks on character. So if any one of you has any of these and you would like to share on Twitter or you know, maybe somehow otherwise with me on, I would be really curious to see how some of these look on the character, especially this one here, the mythic one. And now then they also had a set of promotional items. I think these are common items. So you know, this is again the same issue we've had with the previous slide. I think just specifically this particular head was, you know, way too zoomed in, so it doesn't look good on the secondary marketplaces. The same imperfections. It looks like it is some sort of auto-generated item, that graphic or item, or I don't know how you want to call that, where it just switched out the logos. I mean, I understand, but I think this will have an impact on the value of these items in any direction. I'm not sure in which direction, but I think we need to make sure that this is changed going forward. This doesn't look good. It reminds me on some of the other worlds, virtual worlds, where I did not want to participate because stuff doesn't look clean, and I hate to see it now here for these items on Decentraland. But let's move on and let's end on a high note here. We did have a very special set of items, guest artist collection, all mythics. I hope I have all of those. I mean, I'm aware of these 5. If there was another item that I have missed, please do let me know in the comments. I will make sure to still cover it, but I believe these are all. So I'm probably not super qualified to comment on the actual artist. I mean, of course, KJ, I know from Discord, she was always very helpful with her advice on anything related to building inside Decentraland. And of course, I know this guy here. It's a young dude from Twitter who is, quite successful with in the digital art scene. So I'm familiar with his work, not very much, but a little bit. And then this gentleman is the old dude who is creating comics and has an amazing career behind him, or maybe, well, actually it's still continuing apparently. So people love this guy, and I'm happy to see that he's created something really special here. I actually planning on maybe getting this particular item as long as it's still available at a reasonable price. And this item here, I'm not familiar with the gentleman. I just started following him on Twitter. I think it's a very cute item. I would love to see all of these items on character as well, because they're very specific and they're very colorful and they're a bit crazy. And yes, they had some pressure to create something art related, but these items you would probably need to see on the character combined with some kind of simple set of pants and complementary items to really get to see how these things look on female characters, on male characters. For the time being, it's just your imagination that takes you there. But yeah, I think these are cool items with a lot of potential. I'm not going to speak about mint numbers here, and I'm not going to speak about market prices once again, but this would be, of course, an interesting topic going forward. Yeah, I think this is it. I hope I did not forget too many items that were distributed over this Christmas season. Guys, if you enjoyed this, do hit the like button. This would help me to push this video out to people who may not yet be part of Decentraland. And we do want those guys to come on onto the platform and start being part of the community. So a like and a comment, a share are always very valuable. And I would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, so I have a direct connection to you guys with a lot of content like that going forward. Thank you for your time, and I see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.